I'm George Benda. First of all, thank you for this high honor. I'm both humbled and proud to be inducted today into the Association of Energy Engineers Energy Managers Hall of Fame. I'd like to do a quick shout out to a few folks who've been important in this process. First to Russ Kohler, who nominated me for this high honor. Russ himself, Hall of Famer, is also the president of the Hawaii chapter of AEE. I'd also like to give a good shout out to the late Al Thuman. He built a tremendous organization at AEE, and some of the people that I've known here, and I'm thinking specifically right now of Ruth Whitlock, have really contributed to the quality of my life over the past many years. I'd like to give a shout out to Barney Burroughs and Shirley Hansen, who have been friends and mentors, particularly in the indoor air quality arena, and to my late friend Dave Munn. He was the senior engineer through most of my career. 30 years we worked together. Wonderful person. Thank you, Dave. These kinds of awards, Lifetime Achievement Awards, get you to look in a mirror. I chose to look in my bathroom mirror. Now, immediate appearance, it's the same as you see. The white hair, the receding hairline, the wrinkles, the age spots. These all show that I've put in a lot of hard work, and I hope that hard work is reflected in my accomplishments. And I'm also hopeful that my accomplishments, along with yours and those of the teams that I've worked on, have contributed to an improvement in society and technology. But you know, along the way, there have been an awful lot of lessons, and I've tried to take those lessons up, but as an industry, there are lots of lessons that have not been learned, or at least not transmitted to our society in general. It's been almost 20 years since Al Gore told us the inconvenient truth about carbon and climate change. More than 40 years ago, the nice young couple of Hunter and Amory Lovins told us about their concept of brittle power, about the ways in which our energy supply and distribution systems could fail under certain kinds of stress. And now we're seeing in the 2020s, we're seeing all of those things converge, and we're seeing the tremendous difficulty that's been building for more than a century. It's put us on a precipice, and at that precipice we have a choice. And we can look back and learn the lessons that folks have tried to tell us over those 40 years. Or we can play hooky and ignore them. The stakes, though, I will tell you, are very high. If we stumble along the path that we're on, we will stumble from an inconvenient truth to a terminal truth, the end of life as we know it, the end of hope for future generations. It's in our hands, it's in your hands to develop a happier scenario, to find a place for hope, to look at what we do as offering the potential for comfort, for ease, and for security for all the world's people, and even more so, harmony with the earth, because ultimately without that, none of these things can happen. To all of you energy engineers, I say, let's learn the lessons and make the right choices. You're already aware of most of the tools. Most of them are well developed, things like energy efficient end use, renewable energy, batteries, of course, expanding on some of the technologies that are still emergent but should be well developed by now, smart microgrids, and the development of a backbone grid smart enough to support all those microgrids. Those things need to happen. I was on a conference call recently for a utility solar project. That project is stalled because the PUC is looking at the current oil price and arguing that the cost of power with number 2 fuel oil is cheaper in the context, and they're rejecting all of the solar proposals to displace a fossil fuel plant. Well, this is a lesson not learned. For 40 years, I've been watching the same thing happen over and over again. Oil prices are volatile and subject to both political and economic manipulation. Cabals and cartels have proven that they can manipulate our future. Now, if we continue in our stumbling ways, we will stumble into that terminal truth. If we want to wake up, then we must overcome the barriers to our future success, and those barriers are more institutional than they are technical. So in my few minutes, I implore you to remember, even the most brilliant innovation accomplishes absolutely nothing if it is not appropriated into the ongoing culture of those who use it. This is your opportunity to learn the lessons and to be the change that makes a better future. Thanks again to all of you who have helped me along the way to a lifetime of achievements. I am both proud and humbled by the fact that you've determined my achievements to be worthy of this award. Aloha.